Students, we are going to discuss the chapter nutrition of class ninth. Before starting this chapter, we will get some introduction about nutrition. Nutrition is the process of taking essential foods for our body to carry out different activities. As we know that essential nutrients are, I can here we will discuss about short and long time impact of nutritional choice on health. I can identify essential nutrients and relationship to health. Now, dear students, question arises: why care about nutrition? Proper nutrition assist means help the body and mind to function to their fullest potential, means with full stamina. Helps to prevent serious and deadly diseases like is heart disease, stroke, diabetes, osteoporosis in which bones become hollow, obesity, overweight, liver disease, blood pressure and cholesterol. These are these serious diseases can be prevented by taking nutrients material nutrient food material to our body. Now we will again discuss the definition of nutrients. Chemicals that your body needs: three that provides energy, three that do not provide energy, or non-calories, means these are six type of nutrients essentials for our body. There are two categories of nutrients. First category, that is essential nutrients needed for life and growth obtained from food. These are six groups. First, that is carbohydrates, vitamins, minerals, water, fats, that is lipid, protein, etc. As we know that energy required to our body is measured in calories. The energy from food is measured in calories, means this is the unit that through which we can measure energy required to our body. Now here definition arises: what is 1 calorie? It is the amount of energy that is takes to raise 1 cubic centimeter of water temperature by 1 degree Celsius. 1 calorie or kilocalorie is the amount of energy that it takes to raise 1 liter of water 1 degree Celsius, means 1000 calories. 1 kilocalorie equal to 1000 calories. We measured food energy and workout energy in kilocalories. Now dear students, we will discuss each category, that is macronutrients and micronutrients of nutrients. First category, that is macronutrients, we will identify essential nutrients and relationship to the health properly. First important macronutrient that is required to our body is carbohydrates. Its main function is to provide energy, means it is called fuel source of our body. Other function feeds the brain and nervous system. Calories: 4 calorie per 1 gram, essential for our body. Daily we have no need, we take to 50 to 65% of our diet is carbohydrate. Basic molecule, that is glucose molecule, also called blood sugar. Plants make glucose. Again I want to clear about carbohydrate. Molecules of carbohydrates are also called blood sugar, and we know that glucose is prepared by plant. Glucose is prepared by plant. It is stored in the form of starch in plant, but it is used into our body in the form of glucose. Now there are two categories of carbohydrates: simple carbohydrates or sugars. These are categorized into two parts. Monosaccharides means single sugar glucose. These monosaccharides cannot be hydrolyzed into simpler form. For example, monosaccharide is glucose, fructose. Disaccharide, these contain two monosaccharides stuck together, means example of disaccharide is sugar. Its formula is C12H22O11. Now second category of carbohydrate, that is complex carbohydrate. Under this category comes starch and fiber. These are also called polysaccharides. Polysaccharide, it contains 10 or more than 10 chains. Glycogen short term, that is storage of energy, means we know that excess glucose is stored in our body in the form of glycogen by with the help of liver. Fiber help prevent colon cancer, and means we can say that proper digestion of food takes place with the help of fiber. And disease cleaning the gut and trapping cholesterol, means it also help in cleaning our gut means alimentary canal, and entangling or trapping cholesterol into the intestine. It is indigestible portion of food. Main fibers of are cellulose, that is obtained from slats and leafy vegetables, that is eaten by us in not cooked form or in the form of raw material. Now we comes on the second essential component, that is fat. Its main function is it is used as energy storage. Other function transport vitamins, used to in hormones and cell membrane, protect organs, help maintain body temperature. 1 gram of fat contain 9 kilocalories energy. Daily we should take about less than 30% of our diet in the form of fat. These are basic molecules. Basic molecules of fats are triglyceride. Fats are obtained from plant oils, meats, means we can say that meats, cheese. These are the chief sources of fats. There are two broad categories of fat. First type of fat, that is saturated fat, that is solid at room temperature. This means we can say that these are harmful to our body. Saturated fats are like is vegetable ghee is used at our home are saturated fats. But unsaturated fats are those fats which are in the form of liquid at room temperature, means vegetable oils, or we can say that mainly mustard oil. These are saturated fat. Unsaturated fats are not harmful to our body. Here are different sources that provides fats to our body in large quantity. Now one main type of trans fats are created in an industrial process that makes liquid vegetable oil more solid, also called partially hydrogenated oils, found in fried foods, french fries, and dough nuts, and baked goods like pastries, pie crust, pizza dough, cookies, crackers, and stick margarines contain trans fat that is not useful for our body in proper quantity. Now dear students, next category of essential nutrients is protein. It is main body building and repairing cells part, means main builds and repairs cells and body tissue. Other functions of it is forms muscles, hair, skin, nails, hormones. As we know that 1 gram of protein contains 4 kilocalories energy. It is also called emergency energy providing food. When our due to fasting or other purposes our body fats and carbohydrates can get reduced, then proteins involved in the process of providing energy. And we observe from here protein is a chief essential nutrient to our body that is responsible for day by day formation of new cells and repairing of dead and traumatized cells. We need to take 10 to 15% of our food in the form of protein, means we can say that basic made from these are proteins are made up of 20 types of amino acid molecules. We can say that 20 amino acids can be categorized into two parts. First one is in the essential amino acids, and second type of category is non-essential elements. Non-essential elements are of 8 types that are formed inside our body, but essential proteins are about in 12 in number, which are taken from outside to provide supplement to our body. Sources of proteins are like is from animal sources, that is such as meat, yogurt, egg, cheese, milk, Also, soybean products are the sources of proteins for our body. Incomplete proteins means vegetable sources, combination of plants that contain different amino acids such as grains with beans and can provide complete proteins for a vegetarian or vegan, are called vegetable sources or incomplete sources of protein. Now second category of nutrients, that is micronutrients. Those nutrients which are required in a small quantity to our body are called micronutrients. I we so learning target of here is I can identify essential nutrients and their relationship to health. I can describe the benefits of eating a variety of food high in iron, calcium and fiber. Dear students, no, micronutrients are here. First is vitamin and minerals. Vitamins help chemical process in our body, nerve function, metabolism. Healthy eye do not provide any energy. Example, A, B, C, D, E, K are essential vitamins to our body. Some sources of vitamins are fruits, vegetable, grains, etc. are essential sources of vitamins to our body. There are two categories of vitamins. First is water soluble vitamin and second type is fat soluble vitamins. Water soluble vitamins are A, B and C, but fat soluble vitamins are B and C. As we have discussed, vitamin B complex are of different categories: B1, vitamin B1, B2, B3, B5, B6, B11, B12. These are categories of vitamin B complex. And vitamin C, that is obtained from all citrus fruits, and due to deficiency of vitamin C, scurvy disease is caused. Fat soluble vitamins are A, D, E, K, as we have discussed in the theory video already. Now next is minerals found in the earth crust, needed for proper body functioning, blood pressure, muscles movement, bones healing, injuries do not provide any energy. Example, iron, calcium, phosphorus, zinc, copper. So these are sources of vegetables, seafood and meat to our body. Now next, essential nutrients to our body is water. As we know that 60 to 70% of our body is made up of water. Every cell must have water needed for chemical reactions and normal body temperature digestion. Recommended 64 to 80 ounces of water daily, means we can say that about 3 to 4 liter of water we should drink daily. Now we will discuss nutrient dense foods. Give the nutrients you need with fewer calories than other choices in the same food. More starches, fiber, protein, vitamins and minerals are required in more quantity, but are more energy providing sources, but less calories sources are saturated fat, especially saturated and trans fat, sugars, especially added sugars, cholesterol, sodium. These are required in less quantities to our body. For example, French fries, that is medicine MCD food that contain 380 kilocalorie, 90 gram of fat, 270 milligram of sodium and 3/4 calorie veggies. Baked potato contains baked potato 195 kilocalories, 9 gram fats contain 90 milligrams sodium and 1/2 calorie veggies. Okay, dear students, your chapter has been completed. Dear students, we are going to discuss your chapter, that is chapter 9 of class 9, that is nutrition. What is nutrition? Nutrition, the process of taking food and utilize. We know that the process of taking food and utilize it to obtain energy. Means if we consume food and the food it get digested in our body and the material is used for development or growth and development of our body activity, this is called nutrition. Now question arises that what are the purposes of taking food? Why we take food? Then we can say that there are 4 main purposes for taking food. First purpose of taking food is for energy. That is the basic necessity of our body. Without energy, we will not be able to do any work. We required for various metabolic activities. What are metabolic activities? Those activities which are responsible for carrying out our physiological actions of our body, that is called metabolic activities, like is respiration, digestion, circulation. These are the metabolic activities. And second point, that is why we need to take food. First, second point is providing material for repair and replacement of worn out cells. Worn out cells means dead cells. Those cells gets dead from our body, it should be replaced and new cells should be appear from it. That's why we need to take food. The food that is needed, that is used for taking energy, is carbohydrate source food and fat source food. Now third point arises here, for building up new protoplasm. What is protoplasm? The basic material, the basic living material of a cell. Without protoplasm, no formation of cell will take place, or we can say that protoplasm is the basis of life, that is responsible for growth and development of cell, or we can say that to develop new cells from the pre-existing ones. Protoplasm is necessary for the growth and reproduction process. Cell is means food is needed for providing material for secretion of body material, like is we know that different types of hormones, enzymes are secreted from our body to perform our body activity. That's why we should take food, such food that provide secretion of our body properly, like is secretion from liver, or we can say that from endocrine gland. Thus these are responsible for, these are four purposes. That's why we should take food. Now dear student, we will classify foods, different types of food based upon the functions performed. Means we can say that the function they carry out in our body, food can be classified into three main broad categories. First is energy giving food, means the food that we take for providing energy to our body are called energy giving or energy yielding food. For example, that is carbohydrates and fats. Carbohydrates and fats product are energy giving food. Bodybuilding foods are proteins. Protein providing foods are called bodybuilding foods. Now third type of food is, that is protective food. Protective food is also, that is vitamins and minerals. Vitamins and minerals comes under the category of food, protective foods. Is we can say that carbohydrates are those substances which provide energy to our body, are generally sweets in taste, like is potato contains starch, is a type of carbohydrate, jaggery, sugar, etc. provide carbohydrate. And fats are all oily things provide fats to our body. Protein are bodybuilding elements, means proteins we obtain from those foods, like is pulses, different types of pulses, milk, etc. are protein giving sources. And protective foods like is vitamins and minerals. Vitamins are made up of two words, vita plus amines, mean those amino acids that are responsible for that are essential for our body are called vitamins. And different types of minerals are required, like is calcium, phosphorus, that is required for building up our bones and teeth, along with sodium and potassium. These are necessary for performing the transmission of impulses from our body, one part of body to another part of body. Now we will discuss components of food. There are different categories of essential components of food. Means first one is essential. We will discuss essential components of food. First component of food, that is essential food, means we can say that these are called, essential foods are called nutrients. What are nutrients? Those substances that are required to our body for providing different types of activity are called nutrients. First, these are first, that is carbohydrate. These are first essential component is carbohydrate. Second one is fats, proteins, carbohydrates, proteins. Third is fats. Fourth essential component is vitamins. Fifth component, that is mineral salts, and last essential component is water. Along with these, we required one component, that is roughage. Roughage are those substances which are responsible for doing proper digestion of food in our digestive tracts. Now we will discuss in detail different sources of carbohydrate, proteins, fats, vitamins and minerals. Types of food. Here is types of food, two category and component and sources. Principal sources of food. First, that is carbohydrate. Providing food sources are like, or we have already said to you that all six things are carbohydrate providing foods. Means tuber means we can say that is potato. Tuber means potato. Second one is cereals, grains. Second is grain, rice, honey, jaggery, sugar, etc. are carbohydrate providing sources. Now second we will discuss protein providing sources are first one is fish, that is non-veg part, fish, cereals, cheese, milk, and all pulses are protein providing foods, along with eggs, soyabean, etc. Eggs, soyabean, these are protein providing sources. Now third type of sources, lipids. Lipid also called fats. Lipid is also called fats. Fat providing sources are all oily things, butter, cheese, vegetable oil are chief lipid providing sources. Along with some meats are also used for providing oily substances that are responsible for providing energy. Now next type, that is mineral. Next is mineral sources. What are sources of minerals? We will discuss here. Mineral sources are vegetables, fruits, milk, dairy product. Fruits, milk and dairy products are mineral providing sources. Now vitamin providing sources are different types of there. We know that we will discuss in later categories. There are different types of vitamin A. That is obtained in green leafy vegetables. Now vitamin B, that is vitamin B complex, that is of different category, that is it is found in rice bran, etc. that contains vitamins. Roughage, that is main important constituent of digestion, is fibrous food means we can say that all fiber providing food is called roughage. Whole fruits, vegetables, gram. These are mainly tomato, etc. These are roughage providing sources. Dear students, now we are going to discuss the each type of essential nutrients to our body. First type of essential nutrient, that is carbohydrate. Is we know that carbohydrate is a compound of carbon and hydrogen in the ratio 2:1. It is also called energy giving food, means different types of body activities performed through it. We can watch that by, in case of plant, that is food prepared by plant in the presence of sunlight, that is called photosynthesis, by using carbon dioxide, water in the presence of sunlight inside the chlorophyll of leaf to prepare glucose, that is a carbohydrate, and release oxygen for balancing it with 6 put in nearby carbon dioxide and 6 nearby H2O. Now we can say that 6 molecules of oxygen will release. This is carbohydrate, or we can say that monomer of glucose. It is glucose, that is monosaccharide, that is glucose. It is stored in the form of starch in plants for carrying out different types of activities. Now we can classify carbohydrates into various categories on the basis of their structure. First one is monosaccharide. First type of carbohydrate is mono, means single. Monosaccharides, for example, glucose is example of monosaccharide. It is the simplest sugar. It is simplest form of sugar which cannot be hydrolyzed, hydrolyzed by using enzyme into simpler compound, cannot be hydrolyzed into simpler compound. For example of monosaccharide, that is glucose, or its formula is C6H12O6. Now second type of carbohydrate is disaccharide, or we can say that oligosaccharide. In category of second category is oligo means few number of glucose. Oligosaccharides means oligo means few. If we can say that it contain few number of sugars, means 2 to 10. It contains 2 to 10 monosaccharides molecule, that is called oligosaccharide. Example, it had different categories. Disaccharide means we can say that sugar is an example of disaccharide, means its formula is C12H22O11. It is disaccharide, means here is 2 molecules of glucose involved in the formation of sugar molecule. Again we can say that maltose, lactose, maltose that is malt शर्करा, malt sugar, and lactose that is milk sugar. Lactose that is milk sugar. These are disaccharides. Means there we discuss again third category, that is polysaccharides. Third category of carbohydrate is polysaccharides. Polysaccharides, that is the third category of carbohydrates. We can say that these are the carbohydrate. These are the carbohydrates formed by union of hydrates, formed by union of 10 monosaccharides, form of union of 10 monosaccharides. These are called polysaccharides. For example of polysaccharides is starch, cellulose, starches, and glycogen. These are example of polysaccharides. We will discuss now importance of carbohydrate. This topic is importance of carbohydrates. First importance of carbohydrate is it is source of energy. We can say chief source of energy in our body, that is carbohydrate. Second function of importance of carbohydrate is storage of food. Storage of food means we can say that food is stored by the plant. Food is stored by the plant in the form of stored by plants in the form of starch, and glycogen is helpful in plants. Now formation of cellulose structure. Now third important function is formation of some cellular structure. Formation of some cellular structure means we can say that in this situation these are responsible for formation of cellulose means we can say due to combination of monosaccharides formation of cellulose will take place. Now next function of it is that is roughage. Carbohydrates are important source in the formation of roughage, that is cellulose, that is type of cellulose, or we can say that fibrous polysaccharide that is responsible for proper digestion of food in our digestive tract. Now next point, that is heparin. It is a polysaccharide. That act as an anticoagulant. That is the anticoagulant in blood. Coagulant of blood in blood vessels. It is formed by combination of monomers of carbohydrate. Now some key fact about carbohydrate is we know that fructose is the sweetest. Sweetest naturally occurring sugar. Now we will discuss second nutrient, that is proteins. That is the second nutrient responsible for our body for carrying out different activities is we know that these are the proteins are macromolecules. These are macromolecules molecules of macromolecules with heavy weight. These are the combination of these are formed of hydrogen, oxygen and nitrogen. These are the chief element that is responsible for the formation of protein. Some proteins also contain sulfur and phosphorus. Okay. The next part of that is protein is we know that protein is the building block, that is monomer. Monomers means a form that is used by single unit, that is called monomer. Monomers are amino acids. Building block of monomers of proteins are amino acids. Means amino acids are responsible for the formation of proteins. There are 20 types of amino acids that help in the formation of protein. Amino acids can be, according to their work, according to their formation in the body, can be categorized into two categories. First category, that is essential amino acids. These are 8 in number. Means we can see that essential amino acids are 8 types that cannot be synthesized by our body. Means we have to take it from outside to provide supplement to our body. Non-essential amino acids are 12 in number. Non-essential amino acids are 12 in number that can be synthesized by our body. We can say that these non-essential amino acids are formed directly in our body in a waste form. They are released in our body in the form of hair, nail. Means we can say that hair and nails are a type of waste protein. The waste protein that appear in our body, that is called keratin. Keratin protein is responsible for formation of hair and nail. Importance. Now we will discuss importance of protein. There are multiple uses or importances of proteins. First, that is protein is a main source of body building element. It is a main body building elements. Means we can say that formation of new cells from pre-existing cells is carried out by proteins. Now second, we can say that enzyme that act is biocatalyst are essential or functional protein. Functional protein means we can say that proteins are helpful in the formation of enzymes. Now next, importance of protein, that is shortage at the time of during the shortage of carbohydrates and fats provide energy to our body. Now next point, that is responsible antibody. Formation of antibody is with the help of proteins, means we can say that antibodies are responsible for the formation of proteins. Some proteins are responsible for transportation of essential nutrients like is hemoglobin. Hemoglobin is a type of protein that is responsible for transport of oxygen, and carbon dioxide into our body and outside our body, that is responsible for formation of it. Now we can two types of deficiency disease we can observe. The first type of deficiency disease, that is deficiency disease, first type of, that is kwashiorkor. Kwashiorkor is the first type of protein lagged causing disease, and second one is marasmus. It is also caused due to lack of proteins in our body. Now we will discuss lipids, and the lipid, that is a combination of fats and oils. Here we will discuss about it, how it is formed, what is its composition. Lipids, that is combination of fats and oils. How it is formed? Fats and oils. Lipids are compounds of carbon, hydrogen and oxygen, but they contain very small quantity of oxygen. Here oxygen is in very small quantity oxygen is present in this type of compounds. We can obtain sources. What are various sources of lipids? Sources of lipids are all milk products and oils. Vegetable oils are chief sources of lipids. Now we will discuss importance of lipids. What are the important function of lipids? First important function of lipid, that is it acts as a fuel to our body. Means in the absence of carbohydrate, fats or lipids are responsible for providing energy to our body. Now second type, this is an ideal material for storage of food. Storage of food is inside our body in excess form is done through the lipids. Now third point of this is bear the socks. Means we can say that if any injury took place on our body or our brain, these protect our body or brain from shocks. Now next point that belong to its function, that is it acts as a solvent for fats and vitamins. Means we can say that ADEK is fat soluble vitamin, and B and C are water soluble vitamins. But here these are act as a fat solvent. First, that is ADEK is responsible for, these are vitamins that are responsible for dissolving such important vitamins. Means we can say that if we cook food in high quantity of oil, then their vitamins ADEK gets denatured, means become destroyed, and this vegetables or any material containing such type of vitamins gets lost. Now next type of essential nutrient to our body, vitamins. Means we can say that essential amino acids, means कैसे beta, it is derived from two words, that is beta means life, and amines means we can say that amino acids, those important amino acids that are responsible for carrying out our body activities are called vitamins. These are organic compound. These are organic compounds required to our body. Compounds required to our body. Required to organic compound required to our body in very small quantity. Very small quantity. And these are responsible for maintaining our metabolic activities. These are responsible for maintaining our metabolic activities. Means metabolic activities, or we can say that reactions are carried out with the help of vitamins in our body for maintaining different types of activities. Now question arises, what are metabolic activities? Those activities which are responsible for carrying out different body activities to produce energy and to the formation of our body are called vitamins. Vitamins and their derivatives means which is obtained from vitamins are called their derivatives are responsible for formation of coenzymes that are useful for carrying out proper digestion in our body. Now we will discuss different types of vitamin in detail. Different types of vitamin in detail is, we know that there are two categories of vitamin. First type category, that is water soluble vitamin, and second type is fat soluble vitamins. Water soluble vitamins are B and C. B and C are water. B complex and vitamin C are water soluble vitamins, but fat soluble vitamins are A, D, E, K. These are fat soluble vitamins. Now we will discuss in detail first type of vitamin, water soluble vitamins. First we will discuss water soluble vitamins. Water soluble vitamins. First type of water soluble vitamin is B complex. B complex. Vitamin B complex is water soluble vitamin. It has many categories. B1, its scientific name thiamine. Vitamin B1 thiamine. Its chief sources are yeast and cereals. Chief sources are yeast and cereals are chief sources of vitamin B1. Is, we know that it due to deficiency of vitamin B1, a disease that is called beriberi. Beriberi disease is caused due to deficiency of vitamin B1. Now second type of vitamin, that is riboflavin. Vitamin B2, its scientific name is riboflavin. Riboflavin is its scientific name. Is, we know that these are obtained in the green vegetables. Green vegetables mainly, and its the disease called, that is chelosis. Chelosis, that is means we can say that tearing of lips. That is called chelosis. Vitamin B3 niacin. Vitamin B3 niacin. Vitamin B3, that is niacin. Source is egg, liver, meat, beans. Due to deficiency of vitamin B3 causes pellagra. Pellagra disease is caused due to deficiency of vitamin B3. Now next type of vitamin B complex is vitamin B5, that is pantothenic acid. Vitamin acid, pantothenic acid. Pantothenic acid, it is also obtained from eggs, green vegetables and whole grain wheat. It is due to deficiency of, it is called dermatitis. Means we can say that skin disease. Dermatitis is a type of skin disease. Now next is
B6. Vitamin B6. It is pyridoxine. Vitamin B6. Pyridoxine. Scientific name is pyridoxine. Its scientific name vitamin B6. That source of vitamin B6, that is, we can say that yogurt, cereal, spinach, milk, and egg are the essential constituents of it. Anemia is caused due to deficiency of vitamin. Anemia is caused due to deficiency of vitamin B6. Now we will discuss vitamin B11, that is folic acid. Vitamin B11, that is folic acid. Folic acid, it is also found in all green vegetables. It is responsible for formation of blood in our body. Means we can say that due to deficiency of it, anemia is also caused. Now next type, that is vitamin B12. Vitamin B12, that is called vitamin B12 cobalamin. Cobalamin is vitamin B12 complex. Scientific name sources of vitamin B12, that is cheese, liver, meat, pulses. Due to deficiency of it is called pernicious anemia. Pernicious anemia means a condition in which red blood cells become so big these have no tendency to transport oxygen to different parts of body. A person suffering from pernicious anemia get easily tired after doing a short period of time of any work. Now we will discuss, that is vitamin C. Vitamin C, its scientific, that is also water soluble vitamin. Its scientific name ascorbic acid. Ascorbic acid. Its chief sources are citrus fruit. Citrus fruit means we can say that all sour fruits comes under the category lemon, orange. These are citrus fruit. Due to deficiency of vitamin C, water soluble vitamin, that is vitamin C. Its scientific name is ascorbic acid. It is found in its chief source are citrus fruits, means lemon, orange, or citrus fruit. Chief source of it also is amla, that contain high quantity of this vitamin C. Deficiency of vitamin C is called scurvy. Scurvy disease is caused in our body due to deficiency of vitamin C. Now we will discuss fat soluble vitamin. Fat soluble vitamin, that is first type of fat soluble vitamin is vitamin A. Its scientific name is retinol. Means we can say that vitamin is responsible for development of formation of retina or maintaining healthy our retina of oil, that is responsible for formation of image. Due to its chief sources are all green vegetables that contain vitamin A. Due to its deficiency, two types of disease caused, that is xerophthalmia. Xerophthalmia means we can say dryness of our eye. Second, night blindness. Night blindness is caused due to deficiency of vitamin A. Now second type of water soluble vitamin is vitamin D. Vitamin D, its scientific name is calciferol. Calciferol means we can say that it is responsible for formation of calcium in our body. Due to deficiency, its chief sources of vitamin D is sunlight, and all calcium and phosphorus containing foods are the sources of vitamin D. Due to deficiency of vitamin D, rickets disease is caused to child, or we can say that osteomalacia occurs in adult peoples. In this condition of osteomalacia, bones become hollow, and next vitamin E is, that is tocopherol. Vitamin E is tocopherol. Tocopherol is vitamin E, that is tocopherol. Now we will discuss. It is responsible. It is found in peanut, almond, etc. are the chief sources of vitamin E. It is responsible for maintaining good fertility, or we can, due to deficiency of it, sterility is caused. Sterility caused Now next type of vitamin is K, that is vitamin K, phyloquinone. Phyloquinone are next type of vitamin, scientific name of vitamin K. It is found in all green vegetables. Also vitamin K responsible for formation of anticoagulating factor. Due to deficiency of vitamin K, clotting does not occur. Clotting of blood does not occur. Means such condition of it is called hemorrhage. Such condition is called hemorrhage. Hemorrhage is a condition of vitamin K that is responsible for formation of it. Now we will discuss different types of essential minerals that is required to our body for formation of, for carrying out different activities. First type of mineral that is essential to our body, that is vitamin, that is calcium. Calcium is main mineral that is responsible for formation of bones and teeth. Due to deficiency of our bones become brittle. Calcium is found all milk, cheese, egg, etc. Vegetables are the sources of calcium. And next mineral that is phosphorus. It is also found in milk, egg, cheese, milk, egg, cheese are chief sources of vitamin phosphorus. That is also responsible for bad bone and teeth. Bad bones and teeth are caused due to lack of phosphorus. Now next type of essential nutrient is sodium. Sodium is found in table salt, cheese, are etc. are the sources of sodium. Due to deficiency of dehydration will cause dehydration means loss of water from body take place due to lack of sodium or excessive. A person feel excessive weakness due to absence of sodium in our body. Now next type is that is magnesium, potassium. Its chief sources are also milk, egg, cheese are the essential sources of vitamin K. Now it's due to its same disease is called, that is dehydration, and excessive weakness is also called due to deficiency of vitamin K. Now next essential nutrient that is mineral, that is magnesium. Magnesium, it is obtained from leafy green vegetables. Green vegetables are the sources of green vegetables. Beans, nuts, peas are the sources of magnesium. And weakness of muscular and nerve activity, due to deficiency of it, weakness of muscular and nerves activity will occur due to deficiency of such type of minerals. Now next type of mineral that is strong and really required to our body is iron. We know that iron is obtained from green vegetables, gram, jaggery, etc. are the key sources of iron. Means we can say that due to lack of iron, anemia is caused due to lack of iron in our body. Next, that is iodine. Iodine is our chief source of our body. It is obtained from red meat. And iodized salt due to deficiency of vitamin. Due to deficiency of iodine mineral is caused goiter disease. Means we can say that swellness in the neck region is called goiter or abnormal. And second condition occurs abnormal metabolism. Normal metabolism is also caused. Metabolism is also called due to deficiency of iodine in our body. Next, that is fluorine. Next type of nutrient, that is fluorine, is obtained from water. It is obtained from water and fluorine toothpaste. Fluorine toothpaste is the chief source of fluorine in our body, that is responsible for maintaining caries and decay. Caries means dental cavities. Dental cavities is caused in, caries means dental cavities is caused in our teeth, or we can say that decaying of teeth occurs due to lack of fluorine in our paste, in our body. Next one is copper. Copper is obtained from liver, meat, fish and nuts are the chief sources of copper. Due to deficiency of copper, some enzymes fail to catalyze. Some enzymes fail to catalyze their reaction due to deficiency of copper in our body. Now dear students, we will discuss last point, that is water, and last main essential nutrient, that is water and roughage. As we know that water is a constituent of our body that is responsible for carrying out all metabolic activity. All metabolic activity takes place in water medium. As we know that 70% of our body contain water. Functions of water. What is importance of water? Importance of water in our body. First importance of water that is in our body is it is universal solvent. It is universal solvent, means we can say that universal solvent means we can say that it is responsible for dissolving organic and inorganic substance, both type of substances. Next is it is a transport medium. It is a transport medium of different types of transport medium for various types of gases and nutrients, digested nutrients from one part of body to another part of body. Water is responsible for transportation during transportation process. Now next work of this reaction is, now dear student, next function of the water is you know that water is the essential nutrient for essential raw material for the process of photosynthesis and respiration. It helps in the digestion, means it is a medium for carrying out digestive activity. Water also is responsible for maintaining homeostasis, means keep internal environment constant, means it maintains the temperature of our body constant by carrying out different types of body activities. Now dear students, we will discuss roughage. What is we can say that fibrous food. It is mainly consists of roughage cellulose consists of cellulose that is responsible for maintaining proper digestion. It helps to perform proper digestion. Sources of roughage Roughage is, we can say that, whole grains, tomato or raw leafy vegetables contain roughage, along with gram is also contain roughage in their soaked condition. Function of roughage, function of roughage are discussed here. It first point, it helps to increase peristalsis, peristalsis movement, that is responsible for proper digestion of food. Second function of help, it helps in cleaning of, alimentary canal. Now next work of it is, it prevents constipation. It prevents constipation. It is a condition in which hardness comes. Constipation prevents constipation. It is a condition when a person faces difficulty in discharging feces from their body. Means we can say it. We again discuss source of is whole grain, tomato, raw vegetables, or we can say generally slabs contain roughage or fiber that is responsible for our body. Now point, that is balanced diet. Is we know that balanced diet. What is balanced? Balanced diet. A balanced diet is one. Diet is one which provides all required all necessary nutrients to our body, to supply proper energy requirement, and we can say that proper growth, normal metabolism, texture and functioning of our body. Means we can say that amount of energy required to our body, that is given here. Man doing light work needed 25 100 kilocalorie per day energy. Means we can say that 55 person having weight 55 kilogram required 25 kilocalorie energy for doing light work. But in case of heavy work, it required 3900 kilocalorie energy per day. Now we discuss two types of malnutrition. Next topic is malnutrition, a condition when a person is not get proper nutrient to body, that is called malnutrition. Malnutrition. We will discuss here what is malnutrition. It is a condition. It is a condition, it is a condition in which a person suffers due to lack of essential nutrients in essential components of essential nutrients or components of balanced diet. It is called malnutrition. Different. Two examples of malnutrition is, first example of malnutrition, that is kwashiorkor. Kwashiorkor is a protein deficiency. It is a deficiency disease caused in children. Deficiency disease caused in children due to lack of protein. It is caused due to lack of protein. In this situation, child become underdeveloped and their belly become protruded. Now next, that is marasmus. It is also protein energy. It is deficiency caused due to PEN. PEN means protein energy nutrition. Caused due to lack of protein energy nutrition. In this situation, a child's body weight become less and skin become loosely folded, face become thin. Now this topic has been completed.